Hey there, my friend, Keala Kanae here, and one of the questions, comments that we get pretty often in my YouTube videos, social media, even in my inbox from email subscribers is, I hate my life right now. What can I do about it? What can I do to change it? I got all this stuff going on. I'm not excited about any of it. How can I change this right away? And if any or all of that speaks to you, then hang with me all the way up until the very end of this video, because I'm going to share with you the science-backed secret behind creating a more inspired and fulfilling life. You've probably never heard this anywhere else before, so hang with me until the end. Right now, today, you can make a decision that changes your life and go out there and get what you came here for. All right, so in this video, I'm going to share with you a real science-backed secret to creating a more inspired and fulfilling life. In fact, this is what I use, what I found to help me create a more inspired and fulfilling life. And if you've seen some of my content on social media or YouTube or wherever it might be, you can probably tell that I'm pretty inspired and enthralled with what I do on a day-to-day basis, right? I love this stuff. But it wasn't always that way. I didn't always have a life like that. In fact, learning what I'm about to share with you in this video is what helped me create that. Okay, so before I dive into the content really quick, I just want to remind you, if you're seeing this anywhere on social media, anywhere on the internet, and you like it, then take a moment to just go down below and click that little like button and show that you like it, right? If you get value out of it, drop a comment. Let me know, what did you learn? What did you get value out? What value did you get from this? What other questions do you have? What would you like me to go deeper on this topic? Is there other questions that are related that you would like me to speak on? That sort of thing. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, then bare minimum, just go ahead and click subscribe. Click that little bell notification, join the Bell Squad, and get notified every week. I'm dropping 2 videos a week like this for free to help you create more success in your life and your business. So now let's go ahead and dive in, right? If we're talking about not being happy with your life, not being excited about it, living a less than inspiring life, then, well, really what we're talking about at the end of the day is fulfillment, right? It's a word that gets thrown around a lot. People talk about it all the time. No, I don't feel very fulfilled in my career. I'm not feeling very fulfilled in my home environment. I feel like my life's not very fulfilling right now, or whatever it might mean. But when we say that, when we throw that word around, what does it ultimately mean? What are we trying to fill full of? Well, I'm going to break that down for you here in this video. You see, every single human being on earth has what's called a hierarchy of values, right? Now, these are not your social idealisms. That's not what we're talking about here, which a lot of people associate this with whenever I use the word values. So we're not talking about things like integrity, respect, fairness, justice, or whatever it is. That those are social ideals, okay? What we're talking about is literally the things that you value most in life to the things that you value least in life. So kind of think of it like a list of priorities. Right? The things that you value, the most important things that you value most in your life, all the way down to the things that you value least in your life. No two people are going to have the exact same set of values. They're 100% unique to every single one of us. And as you continue watching this video, I'm going to share with you why this is so critically important. See, as an example, we might say, well, a mom might highly value her children, right? She will spend all of her money, all of her time, all of her energy taking care of those children. She'll sacrifice relationships, friendships, again, money, time, and energy. She'll make tons of sacrifices because she values those children so much. The most important thing in the world to her, and she wants to, manifest into reality the upbringing of those children in a healthy, safe, loving environment. But can we say that that's true for all moms? Aren't there moms out there who literally give their children away at times, right? So we can't say that that's true for every single person. So everybody in their life has things that they value most and the things that they value least. And here's some of why that's important. The things that we value most in life, we're willing to endure both pain and pleasure, positive and negative, in pursuit of making those things a reality. Things that we value least in life, we want only positive and no pain. This is why people start a business and end up giving up on it, or they start a workout routine and they end up giving up on it because they don't truly value it in their life. Instead, what they're saying is, I ought to be more like that. I ought to have more of this. I ought to start a business. I ought to make more money. I ought to be in better shape. I should. And in other words, they're not really aligned with their own values. They're projecting the world's values, society's values, their family's values on themselves and saying that they should be something that they're not. And therefore, when it gets too painful, they quit. But if it's high on your values, you'll endure any amount of pain to make it a reality. Just like moms, as an example that we talked about. Would you agree, if you're a mom out there, and even if you know other moms out there, you don't have to be a mom, right? Would you agree that raising children is both painful and pleasurable? Right? But if you highly value those children, you endure the pain and the pleasure in equal proportion as you make that dream come to life. Pick things that you don't value much and you want to feel only pleasure and no pain in relation to those things. And if you start to feel too much pain, you walk away. See, our hierarchy of values tells us who we put on a pedestal in life. It literally dictates who do we like. People that express our values, similar values to us, we like them, we put them on a pedestal, we want to be like them potentially, we want to vote for them, if that's what in the instance of politics. And then it also determines who we put in the pit in life. It literally determines who we dislike. People that challenge our values, we put them in the pit, we look down on them, we speak negatively of them, and we despise them, so to speak. So this literally is dictating the ways that we perceive our life, right? Now, there's way more to this than I can possibly dig into in this video. I have a course coming out in the near future about this to help you get crystal clear about your values so you can live a values-driven life. And you may be able to click down in the description and see a link to that. If not, don't worry, I'm going to give you some resources that you can go out and learn more about this so you can apply it to your life. But here's what you need to know. Every single human being on earth has a 100% unique set of values. Things that you value most in life to things that you value least in life. And if you're living a life where you feel like I'm hating what's going on, I'm not feeling at all fulfilled, I don't feel inspired, it's because you're living outside of your values, period. Fulfillment, filling full, comes from filling full your values. Living a life that it adheres and honors your values. For me, I value my business, number one. I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about my business. All day, I'm thinking about my business. I spend most of my money on my business. Most of my time, most of my energy goes into my business, right? If I'm not spending time on my business, I'm learning how to be a better leader. So my next value is learning. I'm learning how to be a better leader. I'm reading books, watching videos, going to seminars, traveling, learning, joining masterminds to be a better leader to help grow my business. And if I'm not doing one of those two things, I spend some time on leisure. That's where I start to build my relationships. I spend time with Tiani and friends and family members and things like that if I'm not doing one of those two things. Those are typically on a day-to-day basis my values. Now, does that mean that I love Tiani or my family less than I love my business? No, it's just the way that I prioritize naturally my time, my energy, and my money. Inside of my business, I value teaching, speaking, and training more than anything else that I do in my business. I value that way more than reading legal documents or sitting on the phone with accountants, but that's part of running a business. So inside of my values are another set of values. So my point is this: once you figure out your values, you'll start to figure out, and here's the thing, the good news is it's not hidden, so to speak, it's just that you're unconscious or unaware of it. The truth of it is inside every area of your life. Your life is demonstrating it right now. But if you're so busy getting wrapped up in life, projecting everybody else's values on yourself, trying to be what society says that you should be, what your family says that you should be, what your friends say that you should be, what the media says that you should be, right? What magazines and publications and all of these messages from outside of ourselves are telling you that you should be, well, then you're going to start to hate your life, right? It feels more negative than positive, there's more drawbacks than benefits, right? More pain than pleasure, and you want to get away from it. And yet you don't know how. But the truth is that inside your life, if we take the time to look, your life is expressing to you your values. Your soul is calling to you to fulfill your life's purpose, to create fulfillment, to fulfill your calling. And everybody has one. And it's just a matter of getting crystal clear about it. So when I got clear about my values, it made it easy for me to build a life that I was inspired and fulfilled by. When you get clear about your values, it'll become easier over time for you to create a life that is fulfilling for you. Now, if you want to learn more about your values, there's a great book called The Values Factor by Dr. John Demartini. Excellent book that you can read. Like I said, I have a course coming out on this. It's a very affordable course in the very near future on the topic of getting crystal clear about your values that I'll take you through. And again, depending on when you're seeing this on YouTube or wherever you might be seeing it, there may be a link somewhere around here that you can click on, and you can take a little online class that's really affordable to help you get more crystal clear about your values and what you value most in life, so that we can help build a life and a daily practice around that helps you fulfill your values and live an inspiring and fulfilling life and really answer your calling. Everybody is here for a reason. Right? The universe doesn't make ordinary people. It makes extraordinary people whom throughout the path in life, get lost on their way. They start listening. The voices on the outside become clearer and louder than the voices on the inside, and they lose their way. And they eventually settle for ordinary. But I promise you, there's something extraordinary about you. It's an extraordinary gift that only you can bring to the world. And if we can unlock and unleash your values, not only will you live a fulfilled life, not only will you be more inspired, but you will bring those unique gifts to the surface, and you'll gift the world with your greatness. So I hope that you get value out of this. So again, the book is The Values Factor by Dr. John Demartini. And again, depending on where you're seeing this, there may or may not be a link somewhere around here in the description, something like that you can click on, and you can take a very affordable little online course to help you get crystal clear about this and begin the process of creating a life that you love, right? And so I hope you got some value out of this. Drop a comment down below. Let me know, what did you learn? What would you like to learn more about on this topic? Any epiphanies or breakthroughs? Are there other questions that you have about success, life, business, fulfillment, all that sorts of jazz? And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe, hit that little bell notification, join the Bell Squad, and get notified every week, 2 times a week, when I drop content like this and more to help you create more success in your life and your business. And I look forward to seeing you in the future, my friend. Take care.